In a world of interconnected challenges, the Local Coalition Accelerator of the Shared Trust and Warande Advisory Centre is breaking barriers, uniting communities, and amplifying local voices across borders.
Similar to how most ideas have been coming. One day we were seated in a meeting, we were dreaming like we always dream, and I remember she who is talking, Mala, saying casually, one day we should all come together in a transboundary, in a very strong feminist way. A transboundary coalition of coalitions will come together. Imogen was in that call, I remember. I don't know whether that was the call where Naomi was there, I think, as well. And we were like, yes, why not?
Transboundary Coalition is a coalition of coalitions, a bold initiative that comprises local, national organizations and self-help groups in Bangladesh, Uganda, Nigeria, Kenya, and Ethiopia, coming together to share knowledge and learn from each other while addressing common challenges that affect their communities.
So I think it's always better to pick a person or organization. For example, just for an example, Phoebe or Vincent might have excellent leadership quality, but maybe their other coalition are not up to the level of their leadership.
If you fix for 1 year or 2 years, then she is not functioning properly, then how will it function? It should be formal and flexible.
The structure should factor in the mechanisms to achieve the strategic goals that he's going to be talking about, he was talking about, the rewards, what rewards do we expect to this coalition of coalition.
Recommendations. We've also inspired Team Ethiopia. There's a lot of learning we're doing from you. So the diversity of 11 different organizations in different
the fact that the conflict does exist, but we're able to transform it into a relationship that makes people continuously be together and achieve.
A localized localization. It is fully led by community. That is a unique character of Ethiopian Innovators by LCA. It is the self-help group.
It's a similar experience when we come to that. But on the lighter note, let's invite our host, Kenya, to tell us how they are. Encourage Kenya to be on board. Kenya.
In Adama, because of the relative peace. Just like we said, we work also in hard-to-reach communities where we have a lot of this humanitarian need there. The same thing, we are still looking at governance. If you heard, even recently we had a protest in Nigeria about bad governance, and we were even saying.
So basically we share our progress, everything in this meeting. Then mutual
Focusing on these two points, and our like as LCA model, we'll have tried to understand everything from our power, process, and funding point of view.
In the time we have, I won't do justice to any of the incredible presentations we've seen today. So I think with my 1 minute, all I'm going to do is say that I am so proud to be standing in front of the Transboundary Coalition, which is the coalition of coalitions. And just thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. And I think we can all have our takeaways.
The idea behind the Transboundary Coalition is simple yet powerful. By combining the knowledge, resources, and expertise from across the globe, the Local Coalition Accelerator can make a great impact on issues that transcend national borders. This initiative builds a buffer of local actors, preparing them to respond swiftly and effectively to emerging needs. In the wider context, local and national organizations are often the first responders to community challenges. They know the pulse of their communities, and they are better positioned to identify and address local needs. But many of the issues they face, climate change, inequality, gender disparity, access to safe water and education, are not.
Right? Who benefits from philanthropy? Because I can assure you, it's not your.
You can see how I am powered every day and held accountable for the decisions that we all make. I think in the conversations that
Confined to one region or one country, these challenges, along with others like illegal trade and humanitarian crisis, demand collective action.
Into the agenda, like sometimes we saw that, especially as a Jagunari, I am working with Jagunari, is a local organization, very grassroots level organization. So now our more than 80% fund is coming through the INGOs. So if it is coming through the INGOs,
there isn't correctly because in terms and get to the community that we are dealing with and know what exactly is the priority. So we're able to prioritize with the community and the government of Uganda. I think this is what.
And for us, they're very huge on sustainability, which is a good thing. So even when we started working with them, for them it was like, how can you continue sustaining yourself even after we stop funding you? Yeah. So of course the funding can go for like 6 years with 2 years contract renewal. But what happens if it doesn't renew in 2 years' time? Where will we leave you at? Yeah. So and that was a very
who got NGO registration, they were received foreign fund. So we have no this capability. This is not fact.
That was a challenge we solved like this way. On the other hand, out of 12 NGOs, we have 9 NGOs, 9 CBOs, grassroots level. They are working voluntarily without
this
any money.
knowing for sure this could work or not work. We also understand that it is a difficult concept for many people.
The Transboundary Coalition brings together representatives from Bangladesh, Uganda, Nigeria, Kenya, and Ethiopia under this common banner, empowering local voices, a transboundary forum for equitable development. Here, local coalitions unite in diversity, celebrate their shared successes, and strengthen their global network of actors dedicated to real change.
Lack of trust. So, if actually we develop the community or the rural people, so at first we emphasis about the relationship, trust, these two issues. And when under the Sundarban Coalition, when we implement Sundarban Advisory Centre, our small organizations, so our community.
From stories of success that showcase the tangible impacts of localization efforts to breaking barriers that address power imbalances in the humanitarian and development sectors, this coalition is actively dismantling the obstacles local actors face. Together, they advocate for more equitable funding mechanisms and ensure that resources are directed where they are most needed at the local level.
10 minutes to identify what therefore would be the key components that would guide our planning as an intended LCA grant movement.
What solutions are local, and less solutions need to convey and lend a voice to the global agenda.
Oh, sorry. Who opened? Sorry. So what are the key points to enhance localization? One, putting local...
As of now, when we're talking of localization, the local actors, they are not, their capacity have not been built. So among the strategies is that their capacity should be built to know what we want, to know the goal and objective of localization. Then the thing
needs great effort, so this is one of the challenge. In regards with unknown challenge, political.
I can imagine if I'm this excited to see you, how everyone felt to see you, and even you amongst yourselves. Dinko, nice to see you. And see you during a Zoom call, you know, it's very exciting to imagine that.
With the theme of funding for the future, these coalitions are calling for increased and improved funding mechanisms, ensuring that local actors are at the forefront of sustainable development efforts. Through collaborative solutions, they tackle common challenges together, finding innovative approaches to advance systemic change and promote equitable development.
Some people have not taken coffee.
Yes,
The impact of this work is clear: stronger professional relationships, increased coordination across nations, and the empowerment of local actors. These coalitions are not just responding to the needs of today, but are laying the groundwork for the future. By advancing the localization agenda, they are driving advocacy for improved policies, championing the efforts of local and national organizations, and influencing decisions at both regional and international levels. The Transboundary Coalition of Coalitions, a new era of collaboration has begun, one where local voices are heard, local needs are met, and communities across borders work together for a more equitable and sustainable future.